what's going on? Back with another live stream. How's everybody doing? This is going to take a second to get everything just loaded up here, so let me just, it's going to take a little time here. Let me see, so make sure everything's loaded up. All right, so here's my stream window. Looks like everything is loaded in here for the most part. Okay, here we go. Here's this. It's kind of, doing these streams, it's kind of, it's definitely a process. And especially when you do X-Plane, because X-Plane has so many different moving pieces, because I've got the simulator that you're looking at now, then there's like the PC and the screen, then there's the pedals and the yoke, which plug into the PC, and the PC comes out and goes to the capture card, and the capture card goes to the MacBook Pro, MacBook Pro goes to the software, and the software does the stream, which goes to YouTube. Then I've got my iPad Pro, which has the GPS, which is the second screen for X-Plane, with the GPS and the speed and the, you know, all that crap, and the directions and everything. And then we need everything I just said, all that stuff needs to work and not crash for an hour. So this is definitely quite the process, if we're, you know, being frank here. Yo, John Rollins, the moderator. What's up, man? I haven't seen this guy for forever. What's up, man? So yeah, so we're doing X-Plane. Probably part of the reason for that might be because I haven't streamed X-Plane forever. I know I said I would, and I just never get around to it. Part of the reason is this takes forever. So like before this, I've been setting this up for half an hour, and I'm just getting online now because that's how hard this thing is. Somebody in the chat. Oh, by the way, what's up? Where the hell are my manners? What's up, everybody? What's up, Jacob? What's up? Steldy, Hayes, Jesse, Patrizio. What's up? What's going on, everybody? General says, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing all right, hanging in there. Can't complain. I just had this gum surgery on Friday, so my cheeks like all swell up, and today's like the first day I can actually talk, because talking hurt like hell the last couple days, and so now I can, you know, finally, you know, because all those videos were like scheduled videos to go. Now I can actually move my, I can flap my gums again, as they say. So we're gonna be doing a, you know, one of these today, X-Plane live stream. So, like I was saying here, so it's, you know, it's definitely a process getting all these things up and running. You know, like getting the, yeah, you know, like the plane and just everything to work. It's just really a process with X-Plane, which is why I don't do a ton of X-Plane live streams, even though it is really fun. All right, so the other thing, we still have a couple things we have to get out. First one of the things, and I was doing this before I started the stream, I'm doing this American Airlines thing because I have this plane in here. I'll just go ahead and show it to you. I call this the Home Alone plane. If you've ever seen the movie Home Alone, which is like the most 90s movie that there ever was, of course, of the 90s movies. In Home Alone, I think in Home Alone 1 and 2, they fly on American Airlines. In the first movie, I think they go to Paris, and then in the second movie, they're going to Miami, or like the first movie, they're going to Miami, the second movie, they go to Paris. I don't know, it's one of those. And they take this airplane, it's a McDonnell Douglas 82, it's this, I'll just show it to you here. This MD-82 American Airlines plane. This thing here, man, alright, hold on a second, let me just show this. Oh my god, that's loud as hell. Alright, can you guys hear me? Sorry, I didn't realize how low the volume was there. It's because X-Plane's really, really loud, that's the reason. Let me know if the volume's better now. Let me know how that is. So this is nice. All right, let me just turn it up here. Let me check. Test. You can hear me talking to my speakers there. That's why there's an echo. All right, test. All right, that sounds pretty good. All right, so there you go. So here it is. Here, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. This plane here, I mean, let me go away, air traffic control menu. All right, so this plane here, MD-82 American Airlines, like the old, this is the old school American Airlines plane, like the silver fuselage, the old logo on the wing there, as you can see. This plane here, if you grew up during a certain period of time, you know, like especially if you watched Home Alone, kind of like in the 90s when it came out. Like, I mean, I was just like friggin' little kid then, but like this was the plane, all right? And they don't have these anymore because American Airlines did like a whole redo, and they have like a new logo, which was the plane that we just had. I don't know if any of these planes around here have that. No, but anyways, the plane we were just in is like the new American Airlines, but this is the old American Airlines design. And there's just something like, you know, if you watched Home Alone when, you know, like they're What's like the parents, the whole family, they're on the plane and they're going to like France or whatever. By the way, that was a mistake in Home Alone. You can't fly this to France. It doesn't have the range to go from Chicago to France. It's not, there's very limited number of planes that can actually do that flight. This is not one of them. This is like a regional jet, which is, it's kind of a movie mistake on their part. But nonetheless, I mean, let's not be a bunch of stiffs. Let's just, enjoy it here. But yeah, no, Home Alone, like, there's just something about like watching that movie and seeing this plane, like the shiny vintage American Airlines thing. That's just, I don't know. I had a thing for this plane. I actually flew on one of these when I was like 5, I think. I was on one of these planes. And there was another time I was on one of them. You know when I was on one of these? I was on one of these planes. Well, I guess I shouldn't go into that. But you probably don't get the idea. But anyways, these were super cool in these came out. Just the silver fuselage, the old American Airlines logo, just like the whole thing was just vintage, just jet, just like jet porn is what this thing is. Yeah, so I mean, anyways, you get the idea. So I wanted to fly one of these, and the reason I'm doing Chicago to New York is kind of like because every time I see this plane, I think about Home Alone. Because this is of course, the plane they're on. Not to beat a dead horse, but so this is what I wanted to fly. I was gonna fly this from Chicago to New York. The problem with this, though, that I started to notice right before I was starting the live stream, and just by the way, let me know if the volume, because I know X-Plane has ridiculous volume that gets out of control. If the sound of the commentary or the sim is too loud or too quiet, let me know. I can adjust either one. So I was gonna fly this one until I looked over here and saw that if you look at the tail on this thing's screwed up. So you can see the yaw control with the tail there. So I have my pedals under my desk. So like if I just take my foot off my pedals, which you might be able to hear, I'm not sure. You can see that, so like right now my pedals are centered. However, it's got us going like yaw to the right for some reason. So then if I push my pedals all the way to the left, like this, then this goes back to center. So like if I take my foot off the pedals, this thing's gonna go to, it's gonna go to all the way off to the right. And then if I go all the way off to the left with the pedals, which like at this point it should be all, like flipped all the way to the left. Instead, it's just centered. So when it's centered, it's to the right, and when it's all the way to the left, it's centered. Which we're not going to be able to fly a plane like that, unfortunately. I thought it was a problem with my pedals because I went in here and I went to the like this is like the pedal calibration. So like under my desk, you can probably hear me turning the pedals right now. And so you can see here when I take my foot off the pedals, you can see the yaw. My apologies that this is so small. It's because I'm playing on a 4K monitor, and so it the text gets zoomed out or whatever. But you can see how that's centered. But for some reason, and I can go ahead and calibrate this here. Like I can just go through the whole calibration here, set all the axes. Then I'm going to let it center, calibrate this. Now it's going to do its thing. And it's going to do that. Finish, done. But it's still all the way off to the right for some reason, which I just don't understand. Like it's like this is all. So this is all the way. This pedal's all the way to the left, and then this is the pedal centered, and it's all the way to the right. And then when I actually put the pedals all the way to the right, that doesn't even do anything. So I don't know why that is. I think it's a glitch with this plane. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to fly the old school Home Alone American Airlines plane, unfortunately. Which is because I've been looking for, because there wasn't always a mod for this. Like I really had to look to find a mod for this plane, and I remember like a long time ago I just never got around to it. I guess I might have forgot, but this must have been the reason why, because this stupid thing doesn't work. So unfortunately that is not going to work. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go back to the other American Airlines plane. We're gonna have to go back to the 737, which I'm not really that excited about because there's nothing really that exciting about this plane. It's just a regular plane. All right, so here we are, Chicago. We're going to New York. The other thing I want to set up here, you guys are seeing like the full lowdown today, like start to finish. The other thing, oh, by the way, happy Father's Day to everybody. You gotta get something nice for Pop today. Do something nice. Go to like, I don't know, just do something nice with your Pops today. Deserves it. So happy Father's Day as well. So anyway, so we got the other thing I've got, which you actually can't see. On my desk off to the left, I have my iPad Pro, which was overpriced. By the way, just probably not the right time to throw this out there. If you want to help support my channel, super chat, totally appreciate that. I'll be sure to shout you out. Love you, mean it, definitely. So thank you everybody for that. Also, if you want to subscribe, well, I mean, I assume you know how to do that. Assume if you're here, it's probably because you're subscribed, but I throw that out there as well. Also, you can sign up for my Discord server going to the link down in the description below. Alright, so now, you can't see this on your screen, but on my desk, off to the left, I have my iPad Pro. I use the iPad Pro because there's this app, it's called XMapper, and what XMapper does is over your, basically it connects to X-Plane over your network, basically, and it's like a full-blown like GPS screen for X-Plane. Except it's on your iPad and it's over to the left or to the side or whatever. So like instead of having this like kind of, if I press like map on X-Plane, you've got this map that kind of shows up in the corner, which I can't make heads or tails out of. I have no idea what the hell this map is. I mean, let's be honest. What is this a map of? So instead of using that and taking up space on your screen, you can get an app like this on your iPad or your whatever. This is my iPad Pro. It's next to the screen. And it's like a GPS. So on my screen right now, you can't see this, but I have like you're gonna connect. To X-Plane, it shows me exactly where my plane is, the heading, all that crap, all the information you want is right here. Makes it nice and easy and convenient. Right now on my iPad, it's zoomed into some place called Muka. I have no idea where in the world that is. We've got, let's see, Muka, Oyasinamach or whatever, Oyedamach. You know, we got Kuka. Where the hell is this? Australia? Tarakubo. I don't even know where this is. Hikashiba, this sounds kind of like Japan. Hachija, yeah, that sounds like Japan. I'm zooming out. Let's see where this is. Utasamiya, Tochiji. Oh, yeah, look, this. I don't know why this was in Japan. Anyway, so I have to hook up this map right now. I kind of forget how to do it, to be completely honest with you. So let me go to, I think what I have to do is I think I have to go to this, and then I think I have to go up in here. I have to turn this thing on, which is in network, and then... Which one of these settings in here? Alright, so let's see. We gotta go to get this to show up on this iPad. Maybe it already does show up. Go over here. Let me zoom into Chicago. Yeah, no, we're not showing up on this thing. Alright, so let me go to, let's see, this thing. Data, multiplayer. No, iPhone, I think it's in here. Broadcast to, yeah, this thing. And then we need to know what IP address my iPad is. All right, I think that's how this works. I hope this is how this works, because I have no idea how else I would do this. I'm going to my Wi-Fi, my iPad. All right, let's punch in the IP address of this iPad. Here we go. All right, I'll see if this works now. Settings, data output, general data. Okay, all right, let me try this again now. All right, so it says so my app's telling me I need to go to settings, data output. Okay, that's in here. Okay, yeah, no, I remember this is how I did it. All right, I need to put in this IP address 10.51.112. That's a local IP address too, so it's not like you can hack into this one. Unfortunately, that's what you were thinking. 49008 is the port, and then there's that, and then we want to send, let's see, we want to send, the time, the weather, man, there's just so many options here, it's so hard to see. No, I don't want this ground location. Yeah, let's get that. Ground control major. I can barely see that right now. 131 is that? Yeah, there we go. We want that. Radar status? Yeah. Why not? All right, there we go. No, not that one. This one. Okay, I'm really just looking for like a location, like GPS. I want to turn that on. Weapon stat. No, I don't need weapons. Engine, general, miscellaneous. No. Nav 1, com 1, frequent. Yeah, I like that. Let's turn that on. So what we're doing here is we're just sending all these things to this iPad screen to make it easier to use. So we're still looking for GPS here.
There's times. Speed, good. SimStat, yeah. Time. Where is location, though? Oh, here it is. All planes latitude, all planes... Okay, so I think it's already set. All right, so let's press done. And then here it is. It worked. Look at this. All right, well, you can't look at this. But on my iPad off to the other side of the screen here, you know, you can't see it. But on my iPad right now, so it shows the... now it just popped up my plane at Chicago O'Hare International at the terminal. So here's my GPS screen right here, and it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to fly. All right, so now that we're ready to get started here, there's two... Well, we're getting closer. So there's two ways we can do this. One, we can do like the whole like boring air traffic control, like set the frequencies and check the, check the friggin' Top Gun, call the ball, all that crap. Or we can just fly. I mean, because I've got my GPS on my iPad here, and it works a whole lot better than that air traffic control that never works. Or we can just do it that way. It's up to you guys. What do you know? Do you want me to just do this like the quick, like let's just go fly, like friggin' Mary Poppins, let's go fly a kite way? Or do you want to do like the friggin', go in the cockpit and, dial all the things and, like, call for friggin' pizza and call the air traffic control and, do all that? Like, which way do you want to do this? The quick way or the long way? Quick. See, look at that. TDM here knows what I'm talking about. Because you've got these people on these other channels, not that there's anything wrong with that if that's what people like, that, like, go on here and take out, like, a friggin', like, TI-84 calculator. They're, like, doing trigonometry to, like, figure out where they're going. Screw that. Let's just go fly. Who wants to do all that? All right, so screw doing that. We're going to go ahead, because also I have this GPS already, so it actually makes it really easy. We're just going to go ahead and back the hell up. All right, so we're going to... now somebody says long simulator. Hey, look, it's Toy Story 2. Look here, it's the toys in Toy Story 2 in the luggage car. Look at that. Remember the end of Toy Story 2? By the way, speaking of Toy Story, I'm going to see Toy Story 4 Thursday night, and I've got friggin' opening night tickets at the friggin' what do you call it, like the IMAX. That's where I'm gonna be. All right, tremendous tickets, tremendous movie theater, tremendous movie. Toy Story 4. Somebody says now 2 people said the long simulator way. All right, so now you're kind of the guy who said quick's kind of like out. Oh no, it's 2-2. There's 2 people said quick, and then 2 people said long simulated way. All right, I guess, you know what? Here's the only problem with the long simulator way. The only problem with the long simulator way is that once you take off, because everything works fine, so you take off and you're on the way there. And then once you're on the way there, it just, the X-plane air traffic control just completely craps the bed. It just completely, it's like, squawk, 4, 7, 0, 2, 4, 7. It just keeps, it's like friggin', like some kind of like, numbers station. It just keeps 4, 7, 6. And it's the air traffic control is loud as hell. It's like 4, 7, just friggin' yells it at you. It's terrible. And it doesn't get you where you're going. Like, it gets you in the direction. Like, I'll say, like, okay, go southeast, and then that's kind of the way we need to go. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and then it just stops telling you. It just, because it doesn't tell you to make an approach. It doesn't tell you to, and I've tried this 50 times. It doesn't tell you to make an approach. It doesn't tell you, like, what the vectors, it doesn't tell you anything. It just keeps giving you, like, the heading to the airport. And then it just quits. Like, then it's like, it's not like, all right, time to, it's just like lower your whatever. No, it just, and then once you pass the airport, it just tells you to go back, and you just keep flying around, and it never tells you to contact the airport. It's kind of crap, though. Like, that's kind of the problem with it. I'm sorry to, like, go on and on, but it's kind of and it used to be really bad. X-Plane 11, they made it a lot better. But somebody says quick way. All right, let's go. I would do it the long way if there was a way to shut it off, which there is not, from what I can tell. So, you know what? We'll do it the long way, and then we'll just shut the stupid thing off once it starts to get out of control. All right. So we're going to file a flight plan here. File a flight plan. We're going from KORD to KJFK. Altitude, I don't know, 20,000, why not? I kind of want to fly however high I want to fly. It's really not a good sign. Request altimeter, November. See this prick right here? This is the guy I'm talking about.
Romeo, Delta, altimeter 3007. Kilo.
Alright, so I'm going to do all these things here. Request, we're going to request like a callback or something. I don't know what the hell we're doing. Somebody says it's already too late. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Clearance. Let's get it. What's our clearance?
816 November.
This guy doesn't shut up.
R2 Kilo. Juliet Foxtrot Kilo as filed. Maintain flight level 200. Squawk 4702.
Go read all this crap back now to this stiff. All right.
Kilo as filed. Maintain flight level 200. Squawk 4702.
Yeah, they love squawking.
16 November.
Great. All right. So now that we just read the riot act, so now we have to request our taxi.
November.
And now we've got this nice yellow line, which is going to tell us exactly where to go. You're going to love that. Somebody says skip it all. I know, this is totally ridiculous. By the way, if the volume's messed up, let me know. If the X-plane's too loud or too quiet, let me know, and I can adjust all that. So just let me know, because I'm not watching it, so I can't tell. All right, I'm going to read this thing back.
Runway 22 left.
Jesus.
887379er 63.
If I was on this flight, I'd want my money back if I had to, like, go through all this.
2 left. November 816 November.
It's going to be friggin' nighttime by the time this is done. All right, so there we go. So now it's time to taxi. Taxi now. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to turn off our brakes. It's always a good sign when you turn off the brakes. All right, so brakes are off. Now what we need to do is we need to shut that. And then we need to go to flight, ground handling, and now we need to get our pushback game going here. And here comes the tow car is going to come push us back. Probably the coolest job at the airport right here. And then we're going to have, now we're going to steer this thing, which it's not going to let us do. Hopefully it just pushes me back enough. I like how these, I don't know why there's like this SUV just driving around. There's like a freaking BMW X1 that's just driving around. Makes a lot of sense. All right, we got the toys from Toy Story there. All right. No, I can't speed this thing, or I'm sorry, I can't steer this with my pedals because it's... Hey, don't back this thing up too far, man. We got...
Okay, I'm clearing now.
Okay, you're clearing now? Great, terrific. Alright, so now we need to, Hey, hello from Britain, dropping a couple pounds. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks to Hello from Britain for the dono. Happy Father's Day to you, too. Yeah, I said that earlier. You guys, make sure, you do something nice for your pops today. You gotta, you gotta return the favor. I mean, pops puts up with you, you know what I mean? You gotta do something nice for pops today. And yeah, thanks, Hello from Britain, for the donation. Totally appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Love you, mean it. See, Hello from Britain. This guy's the man right here. This guy's a baller. This guy's a boss. All right, so anyway, so it looks like the luggage cart that's moving, except it has no driver, which really gives more credence to my theory that these are the toys from Toy Story 2 that are driving this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you ever watched Toy Story 2, like there's part of it at the end where they drive the luggage truck home from the airport after they rescue Woody. Which, by the way, you notice every Toy Story movie they're just rescuing somebody. Like I saw the trailer for this one that I'm going to see, and it's like they're rescuing a spork, which, not a lot of... Must not be a high... Disney must not have a high toy licensing budget if they're, doing friggin' sporks. So maybe this is about their dad a Yeti. It's a cool gift, though. You don't like those cheap styrofoam ones. Those suck. Alright, anyways here, so we're going to go ahead and taxi. We're going to do this mad slow, though. Okay, we've got like 3... Okay, this is... I guess they're all just driving under the plane now. Yeah, there you go. Why not? This was $300. Holy smokes, $300. This is a nice gift. That's nice. You go to the beach or something like that. You know what I always wanted? Look, okay, this truck's just... Yeah, he's going to eclipse time and space to drive underneath here. I don't know why we can't... My brakes are on? Nope, brakes are not on. This is a pain in the you-know-where. I always wanted one of those, like, nice suitcases with, like, the chargers for everything. You know those ones where it's like you can just plug your phone into it? And you just charge the suit. Like, it's like all the stuff that breaks out when you're at the airport. I always wanted that. The reason I don't buy it is because, I don't know how much traveling you guys do, but they treat luggage like crap. Like, you go to some airport to pick it up, there's, like, gouges and dents and stuff in it. So it's like, you get a really nice piece of luggage. I mean, after all, it is luggage. What's up, George Callie? How we doing? It's easier to look at the chat when I'm doing X-Planing because everything happens much more slowly. If I'm doing like GTA and we're like doing a police chase 200 miles an hour, it's kind of hard to look at. So he's having another Gucci. But man, TDM over here is living the life. He's dropping $300 on a cooler when he's rolling around with his Gucci bag. Guys must be a baller. All right. All right, so let's we're gonna be taxi. Chicago's quite a large airport, so you gotta be quite a lot of taxiing here. I was in an airport within like the last, for which year it was, or which airport it was. It was like within the last few years. There was one airport I went to where it's like the runway you took off on, we had to go like up a ramp. Like usually airports are really flat. This one was like a little hill. The plane like went up the hill. I've never seen that. Yes, here we go. So it's too bad we didn't get to use like the old school, like cool Home Alone, like vintage silver American Airlines, you know, plane. It's too bad that the tail was messed up. Hey, hello for Brett. Thanks again, dropping a donut. It says, yeah, I would like that since we go to Thailand a lot. Go to Thailand a lot. Oh, you mean like the suitcase? Yeah, it's, I don't know. They sell cool luggage and stuff like that. Stuff like that always breaks. I've been trying to do for a while. I want to go like first class to Las Vegas. That's what I want to do. The problem is, like, they don't have first class like they used to. Like, planes really don't have first class anymore. It's like very limited first class. It's only like really long flights on certain airlines will have first class now. So I mean, so it's like basically you either have to go like cross country or you have to go on like, you know, United or American or something like that. I've been trying to go on. Somebody says I think the airport is in Florida. Oh, the one I was talking about, the hill. You know what? I think you're right actually, but I don't think it was Orlando. I think it was either Fort Lauderdale or it was Fort Myers. I forget which one it was. And I think it was last year. I remember I was looking out the window because I love looking. I'm a total tool, and I just like looking out the window. And it was like we're taxiing, and it was like went up. Like the runway was like a slope, which I had never seen before. I don't know why this keeps getting stuck. Why is this stuck? Okay, the brakes aren't on. Okay, now the brakes were on. Oops. But yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. Tampa. You're right. It was Tampa. I think it was Tampa. I think I have a video of it on my channel. Actually, I don't think I recorded taking off though. I recorded landing. Why does this keep getting stuck? I'm just gonna take these pedals are causing problems here. So once you have pedals hooked up, you can't steer with the yoke. Man, look at all the taxiing we have to do here. What a disaster. All right, so. Yeah, so I've been trying to go first class to Las Vegas, and it's like I just can't find a flight that's convenient. Because it's like I remember there was like JetBlue, but it was like you either had to leave at like you'd have to leave so late that you'd get there at like 12:30, like midnight basically, or you had to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Those were like the only two first class flights. Then if you go to I remember it was like United. Because this was like the JetBlue Mint thing, like their first class, and I wanted to do, I looked at American Airlines, and then like they didn't have many like directs. They had like some crappy. There was like one direct, which was also at like 4:30 in the morning, and then they had what was it like was it United or who? I'm sure I don't have to cut. Yeah. All right. Then it was then like United actually had it, but I wasn't crazy about what they had to offer, so. Kind of a shame. I want to go on like one of those like Emirates planes where like you get like a suite and you like lay down and stuff. Problem with that though is like you need to be flying from like New York to Dubai every 5. Like you know what I mean? Like how many people do those flights apply to? It's like yeah. Oh, where you go? We're going to like friggin' you know. Arabia. It says Alpha. You ever been to Long Island? If you mean Long Island, New York, yes, I have. What's that line in Elf? Like, yeah, I've been to New York dozens of times. You know, like that guy? Who was it? Was that like one of the Elf says that? Yeah, no, I've been there. I've been to JFK. JFK Airport is quite the place. You go in there. Every time I think of JFK Airport, I think about one time I was in there and I had like 3 hours before my flight. Actually, no. I think I had like 2. No, it was like 2 hours, and like by the time you get in, there was like an hour. I was like debating with myself whether or not I wanted to go to the bathroom because like I had a really good seat. And I don't want to give the seat up. And so I'm like, maybe I'll wait till I get on the plane and do it. And I was like, you know what? I get on that plane, it's going to be a disaster. Because then you have to wait till they take off. And you got to wait until it looks like we're, speaking of waiting, looks like we have planes in front of us here. Yeah, you got to wait till they take off. And you got to wait till, you know, you got to like cruising altitude. And they take the seatbelt light off. And everybody else is going to get up. And then they're all going to go to the bathroom. The plane's going to be shaking like hell. And you're going to be falling off. You know, it's like, who wants to do that? So I was like, all right, I'm going to go here. So I go to the bathroom, and this is a terrible story, as I can clearly tell. Hope you're not eating anything. So I go to the bathroom at JFK. The bathroom at JFK is like somewhere between like a gas station bathroom in Mexico City and like a friggin' like a NFL stadium. Like it was It was bad, man. It was bad. It was bad. It was... Just wanted to go home and take a shower after that. Good God. JFK. What a disaster. So he says you should try living in the AK flight. I don't know what you're saying. Flight from Las Vegas to London. Flight. How long is that, though? Las Vegas to London? That's like... It's like a whole day of your life on a plane is what that is. Alright. So we've got like Amelia Earhart in front of us here, so we're going to have to wait for this disaster. I forgot, how long is this flight? Oh my god, this is a long-ass flight we're in for here. This is a long-ass flight. So this is, UK is great. Yeah, I've not been to the UK yet. I want to go, but I've got like 400 different things going on right now, and I just can't. I don't want to go into all the details of it, but I've just got like major stuff that's going on right now. And once things settle down, I will. It's not like the money, like I can pay for it. It's just like just got major stuff that's going on right now. Once everything cools off, and I've got time, I'm doing all that. I've got this. Okay, all right, here we go with this jerk is gonna make us talk to him for 4 hours. This is BA British Airways. That's the thing, because I was looking at flights to London. British Airways has some really nice first class to go from like the basically like East Coast to UK. But it was like friggin' like 13 grand to do it. It's not a money thing. Where is this dude going? Look at this. Where the hell is this guy going? Hey, we've got like friggin', this guy, get this World War II bomber over here. Where is this guy going? Where the hell is, hey, yo! Friggin' JJ the jet plane over here. Where you going, man? Okay, that's a oh, whoa! Look at this guy. See, did you ever play fly JetBlue? Yeah, I fly JetBlue all the time, unfortunately. I mean, what the hell is this guy? What is this guy like reading the phone book? What is that? What am I supposed to do with what this? This is why I hate the air traffic control. This guy's over here like giving me like launch codes. Dude, take off! Get the hell. This is what I'm talking about with this thing. So, anyways, okay, is this my turn to yap now? Nope. Okay, so now we can get ready here. Do we have anybody behind us? Not yet. I wish there were more traffic at these airports. There used to be none, and then they added it in, but there's still like it's like a major international airport with like like one prop plane's taking off. I've got like a crop duster that's taking off. I think we're gonna have to hold here. I'm gonna need more gas by the time we get done with this. Alright, okay, we still need to keep moving. I think that's me, yeah. Now let's go ahead and read this back to this jerk. Oh yeah, so JetBlue, yeah, so my beef with JetBlue is that I flew JetBlue like 4 or 5 years ago, like right when they first came out with the Wi-Fi on the planes. And it was so fast. It was amazing. I was like watching full movies on my iPad. I was like downloading apps. I was oh, Gene's face has some funny. Oh, thanks so much. Not so many things I'm funny and not just freaking loud. But okay, this guy here. This guy's gonna be the death of me. He really is. Shut up. I'm gonna shut this guy up. You know what? I can't do it. Are you with me, dude? Are you with me? All right, 22 left. Screw this guy. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. All right, 22 left. We're taking off. We're heading. What are we doing? We're heading southeast right now. 22 left. Change location. We're gonna customize this. Do this. Runway. 22 right. I want 22 left. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. There we go. Do this. Screw that guy. I'm not. I can't put up with that dude. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. All right. All right, so now we're just doing this the old-fashioned way. We're flying stick, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so he says, yeah, it was good. Yeah, so it's like, I remember when they first came out with the Wi-Fi on JetBlue. It was like the first airline that had that. And we're taking off because we don't give a damn. Writing our own rules here. And it was amazing. And then I flew on like a year later, and I went to go on, and it's like, oh, you're not allowed to go onto YouTube. If you want to do that, you have to pay like $10. It's like no, what? It used to be so good. Why did they do that? And now it's like, even if you do that, it's slow as hell. What a disaster. All right. So we're taking off. See, everything that just took 4 hours to do, we just did in 2 minutes. Put the gear up. The flaps up like this. Who cares? So he says takeoffs and crashes into the air traffic control tower. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that guy. You know what I should do? I should do like in Top Gun. You know, like in Top Gun where they buzz the tower? You know, it's like, and it's like, you know, he comes in with like Iceman, and he's like, I don't know about this. He's like, screw it. He's like, hey, permission to buzz the tower. And they're like, no, land. And he's like, nah, screw you. It's just like right by the guy like spills the coffee on himself. All right, so we're flying here, as you can see. We're flying the wrong way according to my iPad Pro GPS. We need to get turning off like this way here, as you can see. All right, I'm sorry that I'm whistling show tunes here. All right, this weather blows, if you don't mind me saying. All right, so let's change the weather. This weather's like, you know, looks like we're in the UK. Look at this friggin' fog. All right, so we need to go to, no, it's not in there. It's in here, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and we can just get rid of these clouds, because it's like, who needs them? Who needs all that? We're going to do Cavoc, because that makes it clear. I don't know what that means. I just know that means there's no clouds. And there we go. All right, so now we're just going to keep, so right now we're heading directly south. Right now, we're heading directly south, and we need to be heading east-southeast to go from Chicago to New York. Basically, it's just east, but who's keeping track? In the UK, it's raining. I know it's always raining in the UK. You know what I watched the other day? My on TV they had a 4K soccer game in the UK. So it's like in TV. If you're not familiar with TV, so it's like you go to the store, they're selling TV. It's like, oh yeah, get a 4K TV. Basically, nothing you can watch on TVs in 4K unless it's like a movie you buy that's in 4K or like a Netflix thing that's in 4K. Other than that, there's like if you have like a cable box, there's nothing in 4K. But now they're starting to come up with like certain channels that have 4K, and they had this soccer game in 4K that I watched, and it actually was like there was no buffering or anything because it was, you know, it's cable, right, fiber optics or whatever. It was pretty cool, I gotta say. I wish everything was like that. I wish I could watch an NFL game in 4K. Once you can watch an NFL game in 4K, that's like my dream is to watch an NFL. That's like. It's even better than being at the game. I want to watch a 4K, and the reason they won't do it is because I actually worked in broadcasting. The reason they won't do it is because it's expensive as hell. Because you can't just get like a 4K camera. It's like the whole network needs to upgrade, and it's cheap as hell. I don't want to do it. So right now, according to my iPad Pro, we are over Forest Park, Chicago, or Forest Park, Illinois, outside of Chicago. That's where we're heading. Over Oak Park. We are heading straight over the heart of Chicago here. Wondering if, like, Ferris Bueller's down here, like, you know, twisting and shouting, if you know what I mean. There's Chicago. We're heading straight over Chicago. Right now, right now, according to X-Plane, we are right over the Columbus Park Golf Course. Which is right, look at that! There's the Columbus, there it is right there. It's that big square of woods. We are going to be flying over Lake Michigan. So get excited about that. Not the full width of Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan. We're just flying like over the lower part of it here. Once we cross Lake Michigan, we're going to be in South Bend, Indiana. Just going through. First we're gonna cross over Michigan City. Then we're gonna go over South Bend. Then we're going to cross Toledo, Ohio. Then we will be over Lake Erie. We're going to come down over Cleveland. Come through Pennsylvania, through Allegheny National Forest. I'm just looking at my flight plan here on my iPad. Williamsport, Bloomsburg, Hazleton, Easton, Allentown,
Hold short of
Plainfield, New
8
Jersey,
November.
Newark, Jersey City, and then into JFK in New York. How long is this going to take? I have no freaking idea. Let me check. I've got my pedal to the floor here, so I mean, I couldn't be going a lot faster than I actually couldn't be going any faster than what I am right now. How fast am I going, by the way? We're going. Oh, by the way, we're going a little too high here. Can I just set my autopilot actually? All right, so we have to do
Tower, November 02.
let's just. Oh, yeah, I hate setting this thing. So I screwed up. So he says this lady. Yeah, I know. Tell me, look, just reading off numbers. All right, so how long should this take? Well, let's see. If in let me just keep track of this here. Let's see how long it takes to get from here to here. So I'm gonna start. Get my iPhone timer out. This is like the least accurate flying anybody's ever done. All right, so I'm gonna get my clock and my iPhone out. Timer. All right, I'm gonna start it now, and then once I cross this border here, that's when I'm gonna know how long it took to get from point A to point B. All right, so now I want to set my my autopilot here, which I think I want to do. We need to be heading to the right here, actually. There we go. That's kind of what we want. Oh my God, that is a problem. That is a freaking issue. Oh my God, oh my God, that's a problem. That is a problem. That is a serious freaking problem.
November 0.
That's what happens when you don't look at the screen for too. Oh my God.
0. Runway 2.
That's an issue right there.
Heading to
That's an issue. All right.
runway 22 left. Cleared for
All right, we gotta cool. We need to cool our jets right now. All right. So let's go ahead and just set this autopilot up so we stop doing more harm than good. All right. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do speed. No, that's not gonna work. All right. Command. No, it's free. I think it's that one. Flight director. Command. I need. Okay, that's looking all right. I need speed. I need. Friggin. I need this thing to hold the heading here. Heading, is it heading select? Yeah, then our heading we want no, and I need it to keep the roll too. Do that, and then let's do. Damn it! All right, I want to do. That's a problem. That's a problem. Pull the nose up. All right. Flight director on. Heading is good. No, we don't want that. We don't want this. I forget which ones we want. I think we want this. And then we want. Let's just see how we do it. Oh, there we go. All right, now I got it. There we go. Perfect. So now it's just basically just gonna hold what we're doing right now. Except I don't like this. This heading kind of sucks. I don't want this heading. Oh my God, this freaking thing! What a disaster. All right.
November 02. X-ray.
See, I want it to hold this heading right now.
127.8.
Why can't I get it to do this? Right now we're heading the wrong way.
127.8 November 02 X-ray Papa.
November.
Of course, is this what I want? All right.
Papa. Gate. Taxi via 29.
So right now our heading is 103. That's what I want. I want 103.
1757 1114 1719. Hold short of runway 10 center.
Gate taxi via 29er 13473.
Come on, this is friggin' control over here.
1757111.
All right, I think that should get us where we want here. Altitude, speed, and I want heading.
X-ray Papa.
Heading. So yeah. All right, there we go. There we go. I think this should do what we want. All right, so that just took us. That just took. When did this start? 41:45. So it just took. What's 45 and 43? That just took 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go this far. 1, 2. It's like this. I don't know, I'm just trying to see how long this is gonna take. It's gonna take like 3 minutes 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so 12 times. It's according to my my iPad GPS thing here. It's gonna take us about half an hour to get to New York. We're really like 39 minutes basically. So probably a little bit less because we were just screwing around there. So that's what's in front of us. So basically, I don't need to do jack right now because I've got autopilot on. So I mean, I'm just gonna let this thing kind of do what we need it to do here. So yeah, so that's what's going on now. So yeah, so there we go. I really don't have much to do for the rest of this flight because we're basically heading just straight to. We're flying straight east to New York, basically. Might as well just take my headphones off. It's starting to hurt my head. I really have nothing to do right now. So we're just letting the autopilot do the whole thing. So there you go. Yep. Not much to do. This is a lot more boring than I thought it would be. I mean, it wasn't boring before, but now it's just pretty boring. So right now, I can tell you where we are. We are about to cross over into Union Pier, Michigan, right now. Says that's where we're over, and then right after that, we're going to be in Three Oaks, Michigan, followed by Galion, Michigan, then Buchanan, Michigan. Then Edwardsburg, then we're going to cross into Middlebury, Indiana, Toledo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Reading, Lansdale, Princeton, New Brunswick, Linden, Newark, and finally into New York, into JFK. So, here we are. This is kind of boring when you just let like the autopilot do the whole thing. Oh well. I wish I could play music. What does it look like? Let's see. Can I look out the wing? Oh, look at this! Oh, look at this! We can look out the. We got a wing view. Check that out. You guys want to just look out this window for the whole thing? Guess I'm just gonna leave it on this. We'll just look out the window for the whole flight. By the way, I'm playing in 4K too, so it's like even more cool. It's even better. So right now we are over. It's much better than doing all the stupid air traffic control stuff. We are over Dayton, Michigan, and in about 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds, we'll be over Granger, Indiana. Look off to our right is the University of Notre Dame, according to this thing. Well, that's where that was. Huh. So it's going to be, Notre Dame's going to be right over to our right. Right now, basically. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Right there. There it is. There's Notre Dame. At least according to these poorly rendered maps. Right now we are over... We're going pretty damn fast. We're over Varner's Greenhouse and Nursery, which is on FLR Road. Or FR Road in Edwardsburg, Michigan. Right now we're over right now we're over the state line. We're flying right on the state line between Michigan and Indiana right now. We're going to cross it in like 2 seconds. flew over State Line Road. Now we're in Indiana. Dude, we're hauling ass right now. We're in Allenton. We're doing like a town every 5 seconds here. We're gonna be there really quick. Oh my god, we're almost there. You know that? We're not almost there. We're just getting there really fast. Alright, so now we're over Simonton Lake, which is in Elkhart, Indiana. We're ready to fly over a river according to this thing. Now we're in Bristol, Indiana. Oh look, there's the river! Ha! Huh. This map is mad accurate, you know that? Alright, now we are over Shipshewana, Indiana, which is like the most Midwest thing I've ever heard. Where you, oh wow, there's a mall here. There's a King's Barbecue, a Subway, a Blue Gate Restaurant and Bakery, Apple Creek Alley. I don't know what they sell there. Peggy's Creations, some place called Along the Pumpkin Vine, some place called the Old Tin Rooster. I'm assuming that's like a cafe or a like a diner. Then there's a place called Davis Mercantile. We're flying over a post office right now. There's a place called Big C Lumber. I don't know what they sell there. All right. And we're flying over LaGrange, Indiana right now. Off to our left is Sturgis, where they have like that motorcycle thing every year. I think, or is that in Vegas? I don't know what the hell it is. I'm kind of making this stuff up as I go. I am looking at this map though. This map's pretty cool. What's up, Hussein? How we doing? So, a couple hundred miles to our left is Detroit, and then in about 2 minutes, about 300 miles to our left will be Toronto. We might actually cross the border into Canada temporarily. Actually, I don't think we do. I think we're going to stay just inside the border. Alright. What's the weather where this is? So right now we're over LaGrange, Indiana. Let's see what the weather is. What is the weather in LaGrange, Indiana?
Okay, here's the weather for LaGrange, Indiana for today.
It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit there, which is, for those of you in the UK.
Good afternoon.
Okay, shut up. How many degrees in Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit?
Here's some information.
That is what? Not comparable. Convert 68 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius.
The answer is 20 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so that's what the temperature is. All right. So right now we're flying over something called Pokagon State Park. That's where we are. What's up, Rohan? Right now we're flying over Angola, which is not in Africa. We're flying over Angola, Indiana. It's flying right now. How many farms are there out here? Alright, so we're about to cross over into Ohio at this point. We're moving along right here. We're moving along. Tremendous. Alright. So we're over... we're still over Angola. How we doing in terms of like cockpit? I don't even have my headphones on right now. Like they could be saying like we're going down or something like that. I wouldn't even know. What's my favorite game? I like Madden. It's probably my favorite game. Man, we're going as fast as can be right now. Oh, how are we doing on fuel? I never checked that because it never really matters. We don't run out. Anything else looking there? Good? Good up here? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. This is a pretty scenic flight. I mean, this must be like a pretty cool... I think they're looking out this... I think looking out the right wing is a better view here, because you can see like the whole wing and the engine and everything. He says, would you play Fortnite one day? I actually did play it one day and I couldn't stand it, so... There's a money grab. Alright, right now we're over Ellis, Indiana. Which I'm sure everybody's heard of. I haven't heard about any of these places until right now. Yeah, I've heard of some of them. Like, obviously I know about, like, you know... South Bend and some of these places. Right now, alright, so we just crossed over into Ohio. And we are over someplace called Holiday City, Ohio. Everything's a square out here. This is, can you have tips on how to install mods in GTA 5? Yeah, just don't screw them up. Because the last thing you ever want to do is have to reinstall GTA and just put all the mods again. It's just miserable. It's like, I just want to quit. Alright, right now we're over Berlin, Ohio. I've never done one of these where like the autopilot just does the whole thing. This is literally just one straight flight. And this is how long the actual flight would be, too. Alright, so we're coming up on Toledo here. I wonder if I can see Detroit if I look out this way. Nah, that's too far away. What is that? That is... Oh, actually, that is, that's Lake Erie right there. Way off in the distance. Was this, can I do a GTA military role with British Army vehicles? Yeah, or I don't know there were... sure how many there are, but I'll take a look. Alright, we are currently over West Unity, Ohio. Just go ahead and switch our camera view here. Just gonna change the scenery. This is as routine as it gets, this flight right here. I mean, this is like, there's really nothing for me to do right now. We've got our autopilot doing the whole thing. You know, I mean, this is going to be like another half hour. You know, I tell you what I'm doing? I'm just going to land the plane, because this is going to be like another half hour just doing nothing and looking at cities on a map. Alright, let's go ahead and change this. This. I'm gonna need my headphones now because it's getting serious. Let's do JFK. I mean, basically here, I know we were kind of cheating a little bit by just skipping to the landing, but realistically, we were just gonna sit here and let this thing fly in a straight line to New York the whole time. So I mean, we might as well just kind of get on with the inevitable here. Then we're gonna be coming in, yup, and then we're gonna do this. And it's gonna be later in the day. About that much. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, time to land. Let's do it. This is gonna be tricky here. Just like because it's gonna have like things set up a certain way, and my controls are different, so it's gonna be kind of rough. It's gonna be a little rough here for a minute. Let's go. Come on. Hey, look at the bottom left. It says there's a new update with all new air traffic control voices, new visual effects for all aircraft, 100 updated airports. Man, I need to get that update. Sounds like what I need. Come on, finishing a synchronous. We'll finish it. Oh my god, alright, that's a... Okay, here we go. Start the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's go ahead and lower the flaps, lower the speed, gear is down. Let's put... I want brakes on now, I want this on. Use our pedals here, we need to line up. Alright, so here we go, we're pulling into New York. This looks like it should be a pretty good landing. I'll basically just going to cut the engine at this point. We'll bring it back up if we need it, but I don't want to be coming in too fast. Lower the flaps some more. There's New York for you. Actually, that's no, that is New York, all right. That's Manhattan there, and then this is Long Island, New Jersey's over there. Oh crap, look at this. See, this is what happens when you don't look. Alright, so here we come. Coming in for a landing. I think we're going to be able to straighten this out here. It's not a big deal. It's not like we're way far off and we need to do it again. We got some kind of crosswinds going right now, actually. It's making this a little tough. There we go. Alright, we're looking good. Yeah, it should be a good landing here. He says, well, first time live, love the LSP Verbal. Thanks. I'm trying to stick this landing right now, actually. Kind of need to be focused on this. Alright, so I basically just cut my engine here. Alright, that's looking perfect. Terrific. Right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hit speed brakes in a second. Oh man, this is a perfect landing. Speed brakes. Perfect, right on the money. What a landing. That might be the best, like, non-autopilot landing I've ever done. We're going taxi here. Are those flashing red and blue lights over there? Welcome to New York. There you go. Chicago to New York. Too bad I didn't get to use that silver Home Alone looking plane. That would have been fun. So anyways, I mean, we're going taxi now, but I assume you guys don't need to see that. Alright guys, what's going to do for the stream? Hope you enjoyed this one. Please give a like, comment, subscribe, and link. Thank you again for the donations to those of you who did. Appreciate it. Love you, mean it. Every little bit helps. So I feel like I'm doing like the announcement they do after they land the plane, where it's like, okay, take all your crap with you and wait till we get to the terminal and all that stuff. Here's your carousel for your luggage. But no, anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna have a lot of videos this week for you. So stay tuned for that. I have a little bit more time on my hands now for that. And other than that, until next time, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching.